everyone. Initially, I wanted to thank to the MS Club of SLIIT for inviting me as a guest speaker for the ITP project. As for my perspective, this is one of the important projects that you will be working on your academic results in academic journey, because there are two main as I can improve as I can inform, there are two main projects for the academic project, that is the ITP project and the research project. So what is the importance of this ITP project is that this is the first real it's like the first real client architecture project that you will be working on the academic journey. So if I'm talking about myself, I'm Randula Mawaththa. I'm a graduate at SLIIT from specializing in software engineering, and I was the president of the last year's MS Club of SLIIT, and I was also a former MLSA. Yeah. So, starting the ITP project, as per the experience I have gained by working in, you have to smoothly plan your ITP project by gaining the exploring the potential domains that you can be working on. By this time, I think you might be collected some domains, or either you have finalized the domains, or some of you are still working on. If you are regarding these domains working on, you have to explore the possible domains that you can work on to build a proper project. That means for example, you can build an ML, LMS, or it's like a ERP system that is based on based for a company. Otherwise, I think there's a new guideline that is added to the ITP projects regarding our time that we have projects, that you have to define a unique feature for the ITP project other than the main CRUD operations and the search function and the report generation function, right? So you have to work on building your own unique function regarding its either from ML sites or machine learning sites or artificial intelligence sites, and you have to properly present to the panel that you have been working on, right? Regarding declaring the scope for the project and domain for yourself, you have to build a proper collaborative environment to smoothly process your workflow in your ITP project. So for that, you have to set the proper targets and goals that is you're planning to achieve during this like 3 or 4 months. For that, you can build a Gantt chart or a proper workflow diagram. Regarding the documents that you have to create for the ITP project, I highly recommend you to build yourself a Gantt chart before starting the project to properly plan your workflow. And also to keep a best practice for your keep the best practice for your project. You can research and follow the currently following best practices in the industry. That these practices will be also helpful for you to finding when you are finding your internships or the next employer, right? If you are talking about the importance of the proper ITP project and importance of the ITP project and the advantages that you can be gaining from properly completing, as I mentioned earlier, this is the first industrial-based project that you have been working on in this academic program. So I think, as I remember, you can choose a client for this project as well. If you are planning to do a if you are planning to connect with a real client and present this project to a client, that is the basic key knowledge that you will be gaining from the industrial exposure. It's like so most of you all might be working on finding your internships. Some of them could be working them as well. As for the industrial exposure, this is literally based on gathering requirements from the client, and building a solution that is helpful to make the client's problem can be solved in easier, right? So also when you are working on a client-based project or an industrial-based project, you can increase your practical knowledge that can be gained by doing the researches that you can do. And also most of the time you can gain all the basic proper theoretical knowledge from this academic journey. For example, there's a module called software engineering, that in this module you can gain the proper software engineering concepts. And then you have to research, you have to learn your practical knowledge by practical programming knowledge by yourself. Right. By importance of the proper execution helps you to complete this ITP project without without facing any major errors. With the execution, with the workflow of your ITP project is ongoing, you might be facing some conflicts, issues like the requirement problems. In those scenarios, the proper execution plans will be helping you to reduce or help reduce you or overcome those issues and properly continue your project. And also in this ITP project, there are, as I was informed, there are 5 members for each team. And regarding these 5 members, there is a leader and other 4 members. All of those members have to keep a proper communicational connection to have a consistent workflow and to reduce any conflicts between the team. And also, if you're talking about the industrial exposure for this that you can get from this ITP project, as per industry, most of you will know that there are several career paths you can select as software engineering. That means development, quality assurance, UI UX, and project management. There are so more parts like and also with about the business analyst, that is the business analyst. So in ITP project, all of the members individually have to work on every role that is related to the IT industry to complete this project. That is regarding that is regarding the requirements gathering part, the planning part, the development part, the testing part, and also with the design part, and also finalizing project. The finalizing project can be including the deployments or the automations part. I think that can, I'm not sure whether the deployment part is necessary for the ITV project, but for in the purpose of improvising your ITV project, I think it's better to follow the deployment practical practices and show those deployment practices to the panel rather than executing your project in local machine and presenting. And also by the proper communication skills, you will be able to enhance your problem solving abilities to overcome the issues that you might be facing during the project flow. So within this session, I have seen that there are some technologies and databases that is presented to you that could potentially work on. But regarding these technologies and databases theories, is it enough? We have to understand whether is it enough to just know the programming languages and build a project and simply presenting it to the panel is enough or not? Because those projects have been working on for, I think, like several years. Now the panels are expecting something innovating, something creative. Because of that, you have to think from the think outside of the box to handle a proper initiative thoughts and build those initiative thoughts to gain a successful ITP project. So regarding how to make your ITP project easier to work on, I think you have learned about the SDLC principles back in the last semester or before that. In the SDLC principle, you can see that there are 6 main steps as plan, code, build, and test. And regarding the DevOps part, that's these 4 steps will be designing into the development sections. And for ops, that means the operation sections, there are releases, deployments, operates, and monitors. This part is actually, if you are able to complete with this part is important to work on as well. So regarding the if you're talking about regarding the importance of this ITP project as to get the basic glimpse into the industry, this ITP project is you can if you are properly following the basic standards, that is regarding the coding standards and the best industrial practices, you can research for those practices and adapt them to yourself to make a better version of your career path and for the to get a better output for your execution project as well. And also with that, you have to use version control system that has been discussed earlier. And also the crucial, as per my experience in the ITP project, the one of the crucial points that you have to carefully consider about the time management for your ITP project, because you have around 3 to 4 months to properly complete all the steps of the project, that is consist of requirement gathering, designing, planning, development, testing, so on. And otherwise, if any of the times there can be scenarios that one of those steps can be deviated the planned from the planned timeline that you have mentioned. But if you are able to plan this timeline with a buffer time, that means the plan have to do before you start the project, you will be able to manage those deviated times during the by the buffer times you have set for yourself. Right. Other than that, with following the proper code standards, if you overcome any problem in the development process, it is easier to understand and understand the issue that has been raised during the development process if you are following the proper code standards. And also there are some additionally you can concern some security additionally you can consider some security concerns regarding your applications. And also in the previous section, you have informed about the environment variables. The environment variables are used for manage the sensitive credentials. It's like the logins and passwords for the backends, whether we can explain as the secret tokens or the database URLs. You have to consider that part as well. And also in the logins, as a crucial point for the security concerns, you can do as when you are saving a user credentials, that means the login emails and passwords, you have to encrypt the passwords to improve the security concerns for your application as well. Right. If right. So regarding the improvisers for the project that to make a proper output of your ITP, so you can use the third-party integrations, one as examples given in the previous videos. Uh, I think that was a chatbot, and also you can use GPT endpoints. And also for the strict accounts, you are getting Azure credits. You can get Azure credits for 1 year. It's around $150. So you can use those credits to build something to apply to your ITP projects, and you can provide that feature as a unique feature for your applications as well. Other than that, you can use SSO logins, the single sign-on logins. For example, you can use Google logins, Facebook logins. Other than the user password credential entering, you can use those logins as a extra feature as well. And also, if you are doing a commercial website, you can implement a payment gateway to show the payment handling process. You can use payment gateways like Stripe to implement those as well. Right. Regarding the deployments as well, if you are hoping to do the deployments of your projects, you can use services like AWS, Azure. In Azure, as I mentioned, you have credits. And also simply you can deploy using Vercel, Netlify, Heroku, Firebase, and also there's a free deployment server for backends. The name is Render. You can use those backends to sorry, you can use those services to deploy your backend easier, but there are some bottlenecks that you have to work on that. Right. As for continuing the project properly, you always need to follow the proper resources to improve your practical knowledge to give a proper output. For most of the scenarios, you can use the official documentations that has been created by the developers who is working on the specific language. For example, if you are using Next.js, you can use the Next.js official documentation to check check those implementations examples, and you can adapt those implementations as well. And regarding the other scenarios as like Stack Overflow questions, the open source projects, the Medium articles, you can get ideas because in the Medium articles, if you are willing, if you want to properly integrate a unique project, there can be several Medium articles regarding the project, regarding the unique feature that is you are willing to apply for your project. So you can follow those Medium articles, customize those implementations as you want to be, and then implement them back to your project as well. And also regarding the YouTube crash courses, there's a small risk regarding, sorry, there's a small risk regarding the YouTube crash courses because some of them can be outdated and some of them can be incomplete because if you're following a YouTube crash course, better to double check whether this project is completed or whether this tutorial set is completed, or is it a proper updated tutorial set. Otherwise, you can use LinkedIn Learning courses. Regarding the LinkedIn Learning courses, this is because you have a limited time. You can get LinkedIn Premium for 1 month for free, right? So for that 1 month period, you have access to the LinkedIn Learning program. Then you can search through the relevant courses that you want, and before finishing your 1 month, you have to cancel your premium premium registration. Otherwise you will be costing the relevant fees for your present premium registration for the next month. Right. Other than so those are the basic things I wanted to explain to you and share with you as knowledge for the experiences I have gained from ITP and how to improvise your project. So if you have any questions regarding the ITP project or how to improve this, please post them in the chat window.